1 2 1 2. Okay, we're getting audio now.
I look pale. What is happening?
Okay.
Turn this off and see if it helps. Oh my god, it's so much better. I can hear me.
You can hear yourself?
Yeah.
At least your camera ain't on. Oh no, and now we're gonna echo. Gosh darn it. I hear all of you. Oh, BTG, see how poorly this has gone without you?
We can just start it. Just go on the main screen and
Okay. Poppin'. What's happening, everyone? Can you all hear BTG? I mean, hear Professor Jackson and Rainbowkisses? Why is there such an echo?
I look like a white screen. Hold on. I gotta change this chat. I'm sorry. Can't do it.
What's happening, everyone? We're just fixing some technical difficulties at the moment. I only hear Yano. Okay, that's helpful. I can. Let's see here. No, I lies. I turned y'all all the way up. Oh my gosh, why is this not working? Headphones, devices, default. Can you guys give me an audio check or a sound check?
Hello, chat. Hope y'all are doing good. Hello, chat. Hope y'all are doing good. Chat. I can hear me. We're good. I'm chilling. I'm good.
You're good? You can hear yourself?
I can hear me. We're good. I'm chilling. I'm good.
You're good? You can hear yourself?
Yeah.
But the echo is horrible.
Wait, are you coming through your speakers?
I am. I don't have.
Wait, are you coming through your speakers?
Let me see if I can.
I am. I don't. Wait, are you coming through your speakers?
I am. I don't. My cable's so short.
Well, while everybody is waiting for us to get ourselves together, do check out Bath and Bones. Do check out Bath and Bones. Bath and Bones.
Okay. Let's see if this.
Also, wait, hold on. Do you have the streams audio on? You might. Also, and I'll speak from the audio loop. Do you have the streams audio on? You might from the audio.
Okay, say that again, Professor.
Do you have the stream audio on your side?
Okay, I do actually. Oops.
Turn that off. You're getting feedback loop.
I do actually.
Turn that off. Feedback loop. You're getting feedback loop.
Okay, let's see if that works. Okay, let's see if that works.
Lily, if that's not the best branding, Lily, if that's not the best branding, Lily, if that's not the best branding. There's still audio feedback.
It is? It's still okay. I'm working on it.
So you have something else open with the audio coming out?
Let's take a look, see where's it coming from. Mic check 1 2 1 2. This is an audio check 1 2 1 2.
Close all your tabs. That's not like for the podcast.
Everything is closed except for the stuff for the podcast. What a way to start a podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Night Kids After Dark episode 19, where we talk about literally everything underneath the stars. It's clobbering time.
Just like your eardrums clobbered.
Better, thank you all. It's nice to be a viewer for once. I'm glad you get to enjoy it. Okay, so guys, how was your week?
Long. It's been a long week. I'm tired, man. I'm getting old.
Yeah, I know how you feel. I got a chance to help Rainbowkisses move over this break we had, and geez Louise, moving is a challenge, man. It's there's nothing easy about moving, especially if you're doing the moving yourself.
Yes.
The fact that only 2 people moved the stuff out of storage was ridiculous, and that was where all the heavy stuff was. So, kudos to you, for not being like, bump this, I'm done.
Nah, I ain't gonna leave my brother hanging like that. Plus, it was so hot. It was so hot. Man.
Yeah. When we moved last year, we moved at the hottest day of the summer, and the airflow in this apartment isn't like that great. So, like, it was just sweat pouring the entire time. Yeah.
It's funny because when you find out how much it costs to hire movers, you're just like, I could do it myself. And then you're just like, what have I done?
What do they got that I don't got? You know what I mean? I can do this.
Oh man. But yeah, I guess I learned a lot from helping my friends move. Rainbowkisses, had you learned anything about the moving process?
And I ain't done this shit again. We stuck here. You want more space? Then you just need to build open in that crawl space. But we're not moving. Yeah, too much stuff. Actually, I learned how much stuff I actually had. Too much.
Hoarders, you know what I mean?
Not hoarders. I just have a lot of equipment and then a lot of hair products. I probably should.
I have a brush and a wallet. That's all I got.
A brush and a wallet? No, because behind you have a ton of things.
That's fair. Yeah.
Okay, so to start off today's podcast topics, I love how BTG does his transitions, but to go right into things, has anyone here played Stray or heard of the game called Stray?
Yes.
And what do you?
I have not.
I watched a full playthrough of it. It was only like 5 hours.
5
It's a really
hours.
short game. Yeah.
So since you watched it, Rainbowkisses and I haven't played it. I have seen gameplay and other things, but I'm curious. What do you think? Rainbowkisses, from your perspective, what do you think of it playing a game entirely as a cat?
I guess it'd be interesting. Definitely, like your eye level as far as how you see things in the game is definitely going to be a different perspective as opposed to if you're playing as a person.
It blows me away to find out that this is now the number 1 selling game of the year. Is that correct? It's beat Elden Rings in terms of sales.
I don't know that. I know a lot of people are saying it's like the game of the year. If it was a little longer, it's hard to really call a game of the year something that's like so short. But gameplay wise, awesome. I think one of the cool things is like going in. A lot of people are like, "Oh, this game's gonna be corny. It's just gonna be like a gacha game for a cat." You know what I mean? Like if you like cats, then you're just like, "Oh, this is cute" or whatever. But yeah, I think that they actually put a solid game around a fun concept.
Do you get to pick what kind of cat you are?
Nah, you're just an orange tabby the entire time.
What?
Yeah, the best cat. I mean, other than the black cat, I think. But black cats are cute.
No, not unless you're a witch. But
now you don't. You don't get to choose your cat in the game. However, thanks to modders, they were able to create Garfield the cat, Doom guy, and as well as CJ from Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. So apparently, there's probably going to be a lot more. I could see Eek the cat being in here. That would be a cool cat to have in.
Just for all intention purposes, I think it would be fantastic to have Doom Cat in Doom.
Ooh, isn't that the case? Isn't that what they have done?
Maybe, I don't know, but I know they put the Doom, like a Doom helmet on the cat in the game, right? But I would like to see Doom Cat in Doom just destroying. It'd be fun.
That is exactly what they did here with
Oh,
this article here, which I'm posting right now, which I am doing at this very exact moment.
he's very, very professional streamer. Chat, keep your voice down, chat.
So I should have led with I'm working out how to use this new setup. However, pew. Oh. Okay. So we don't have access to the but the link that I just posted in chat will take you to Doom, and you're actually playing as Stray the cat in Doom, which is really cool. I would love to be able to share that with you guys, as I am working out and figuring how to do that, which is this here, right? Yep. Add, and then browse the store, and then I got
This is what happens when Dad leaves for like the weekend.
Come back, Dad.
And, like the fence needs fencing, and then
So we're gonna just talk about the stories, because I am unsuccessful in being able to bring up the articles. However, the point is that Stray the game is actually doing very well in terms of sales, and as well as what people unexpectedly would thought a game to be a good game.
this is serious.
this is serious, y'all. Be safe. Yes, thank you. Be safe, Lily. So, with that being said, I do want to get the game. I do plan on at least playing it. I don't believe it is on Game Pass, so if you're interested in playing this, only out on Steam and PS5 at the moment, so no Nintendo Switch or Xbox. However, you can still play it on your PC. Let's see here. Okay. Next article is, and I can't show it at the moment, but you can check out the link, which is here in chat, is the new Black Panther Wakanda Forever film coming out. That film will be coming out soon, but I'm more curious to get everyone's thoughts on who they think might be wearing the Black Panther suit.
The female. I forget. Shuri? Is her name Shuri?
I believe so.
Yeah, I think she's gonna be the new Black Panther. I mean, it fits the comics, so
it does go in line with the comics.
Yeah.
I am curious, because I kept seeing people say that this isn't going to be as good as the first one. Now, do you go to watch a movie to compare it to its first film, or are you going there for the experience, just to be taken to another place and enjoy a film for what it is?
For me, I don't watch a lot of movies, especially at the theater. It's been I have to really be hyped for a movie. Sonic 2 was one of them. Doctor Strange was another. But I won't go see Thor in the theaters, or whatever. So I don't think I'm really gonna watch this in the theaters. I will wait till it's on Disney probably. But I don't compare movies. After I watch the movie, I go, okay, where does it fit in my top 10? Or where does it fit in my top 10 or whatever, and go from there. Do I think it's going to be better or worse? I don't know. It's really hard to beat Black Panther 1. It was received very well. And, with Chadwick gone, it's kind of really hard to match that. So we'll see.
Yeah. I'm blown away at the fact that we waited 3 years now. The first film
came out. Been a long time.
Yeah, it's been a long time, and I know that because of, it's funny because when you are let's say for example, Professor Dexter is this huge, really big time streamer doing fantastically well.
It's true, guys. It's true.
And he decided to take a break. He takes let's say a month or two off, right? And then he comes back and he calls it, I'm on my second season. You guys are doing fine. Thank you, BTG.
Also, for what it's worth, that's a genius idea, and I'm taking it. I'm gonna take a break and come back and call it the second season. Yeah,
I think it would be awesome. However, critics could come in and say, "Oh, I like season 1 Professor Daxter better." You know, I don't like
pretty
great. So now that you're comparing these two, when in actuality, it's just do you want things to stay the same or change? You know what I mean?
I think in the entertainment industry in general, and that's not just for streamers, but even movie, I think you always have to push the envelope. I think that if you're stagnant, you're falling behind.
Mm-hmm.
And so, at least from like a streamer standpoint, or at least what I've noticed in like from people that have grown exponentially, is they're always willing to risk a mess up in the hopes that something will stick. As comparing it, I think that you're always going to compare. I think it's human nature in us to always share or compare, and you see it in stuff like if you guys know Tim the Tap Man, huge streamer on YouTube gaming now. Everybody says this isn't the old Tim or whatever it may be, or like Fortnite made you or whatever. And sometimes it's a joke, but at the end of the day, like it's also true. But he can't stay stagnant, or he's just gonna be left behind. So I think there's always going to be people that do that.
I think it's good to have change, and because change requires you to try new things, right? It requires the possibility of failing, but you can learn from what doesn't work. And like
I think it's scary because cancel culture exists.
Oh,
so you don't have to be racist or homophobic or transphobic or anything like that to get canceled. You just have to have a bad take on something, regardless if like it was misinterpreted, and cancel culture can take over. So I think it that also plays a part in it, but at the same time you have to be willing to take risks. And comedians, for instance, are always willing to risk that envelope all the time to like have that next set or whatever. So it's just something that you have to keep in mind whenever you're doing stuff like that.
It's scary because now that you think about it, if the new Black Panther film doesn't do well, is it going? Because so far only a few Marvel films have been doing well, or even shows. A lot of people are unhappy with the Marvel shows as well. So
I loved every one of them.
Every one of them?
I liked every one of them, yeah.
I'm not easy to please. But everything that has come out, I think I've enjoyed except for Morbius. And even Morbius I found entertainingly funny, So I guess if one person hears a film or show is bad, then it kind of, what's that word? It has a trickle effect. One person hears it, then another person hears it, then 2 or 3 people hear it, and they're just like, oh, I heard that's a bad film. And that's enough for people to say, well, then I guess I'll just wait for that to come out on VHS or some.
I feel like for Black Panther, if it's people start saying that it's not good, their immediate thing is going to be like, oh, it's because it's missing Chadwick. Like, and the thing is,
very much good, That could be a huge factor in it, for sure.
The problem is some people can't see past that original vision. I mean, like, actors eventually grow out of characters and then they get replaced with other ones. And if we keep holding that one character on a pedestal, however, I'm going to still do it with Wolverine. We're not replacing him. But other characters, like, we don't allow for change. We don't allow for, our minds to be opened up to something that could possibly be great. Because we're stuck at like, nope, this is how it is. This is how it should be.
I mean, for what it's worth, like Buzz Lightyear, even through like the whole like gay kiss thing or whatever, a lot of people hated the movie because it didn't have Tim Allen in it.
Wait, what? This is news to me.
Yeah, Buzz Lightyear, the new Buzz Lightyear movie, was received poorly because they had a lesbian kiss in the movie, which some people found it like they're pushing an agenda, blah 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 blah. But a lot of people didn't like it because the original voice actor in Toy Story for Buzz Lightyear, and I'm just like, they're not the same person. One's a toy, one's a representation of what that toy was. And to the Chadwick Boseman thing, at the end of the day, even if he was still alive, it might still be only 2 or 3 movies before he got replaced for the storyline purposes. We don't know. We don't know what their actual timeline was. All we know is that since he passed, they probably moved that timeline up tremendously. You know what I mean? So I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see. Only time will tell.
I was thinking about taking up the Black Panther mantle, but I guess you can have it. Yeah.
I know that's right. This actually coming up, it's funny because expectations are also another trump to destroying one's dreams or what is to come. For example, Anthem. A lot of people here may not remember or know what Anthem is, but it was claimed to be, I think in 2014,
the worst game ever made. It was bad.
But everyone at E3, when they first announced it, that it was going to be one of the best-selling games of that year when it was finally to come out, and it was delayed after delayed. They were trying to fix a lot of the problems and bugs and other issues with the game, and when it finally did come out, it still had bugs. It wasn't the game that we were promised and shown at E3 during its trailer reveal, and now the game, they fixed a lot of the challenges on launch that they had, and the game is a lot better than it was, but unfortunately it's kind of missed its time. It's and I don't want to say miss its time because anything can make a comeback, but
the servers are down. The servers are closed.
No, so now the game is dead.
Yeah, it's been dead. Yeah, they closed the servers like last year, I think.
Yo, that's terrible.
Is that how bad it was?
It was
pretty bad.
They threw Ubisoft money at it without actually having a team who knew how to make video games.
I didn't know that.
Basically what happened. I mean, I don't know if that's exactly what it was, but they definitely threw Ubisoft money at it, and they didn't really like finalize the game. The game was gorgeous. The game, the flight mechanics were awesome. There just was nothing to do. Like it had the same issue that No Man's Sky had at launch, except they didn't fix it like Hello Games. I had to double check, but last I heard, those servers went down.
Well, the article where I have in front of me shows that Anthem, doomed loot shooter, now a penny at GameStop. It's worth a penny. I refuse to believe that this game is only worth a penny now. I paid $60.
You might as well just give it away.
Yeah, I know, right? Just
give it away.
You could literally put 50 cents in the till and just give away a few copies.
The taxes on those is going to be more than the actual price. Yeah,
it's
yeah. So I looked into it. I looked it up. They are closing. I can't see if they officially closed, but they are closing. They already announced it.
And once the servers go down, the way the game, for those of you tuning in, this game is based heavily upon interacting and playing with others and playing in a live environment. So there's really no way to play the game without having access to the servers. So
no, once the servers go down, it's actually a live game. It's a live game. It's a little different. So like a game like, for instance, that's online or offline can still be played even if like the online servers are down. This game is a live game, so it's linked to the server at all times. You can't play it offline.
Can't play it offline, so you can't.
Right.
It's a dead game.
As soon as the servers go down, if they haven't already. Yeah.
What if someone were to perhaps host a server?
Huh.
Is that even possible since it's owned by the BioWare?
I don't know how that would work. It's not like it's like a game like B Rising or whatever where like servers are linked to you, the computer. But technically, I guess you could. I just don't know if you would be able to find someone to sell a server
Right, exactly.
for it.
But it seems like the game is dead either way. That's unfortunate.
Oh, so BTG actually played it the other day.
Really?
I misspoke. Okay. Yeah, well, they announced that they were closing servers. So.
Well, one game that continues to come back and back again after time is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the Cowabunga Collection. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, I want to introduce to you Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Collection is coming out. And I don't have a way of showing you the video, but what I can...
This is where I'd put the video if I had one!
If I had one, to sure. But this game actually is a representation and a call to back from all the Ninja Turtle games of old. And for those of you who remember, which one was your favorite of them all? Mine was the arcade Ninja Turtles in Time edition.
I'm gonna be honest with you. The one that I played with you guys was the first one that I've ever played. So
I'm copying this one. This one I'll be getting.
do you
I feel
think
like I have not played a Ninja Turtles game.
I haven't
could
either?
be
The first
wrong.
one was with you guys.
Really? Did you
Yeah.
guys watch the shows and movies?
A little bit, not a lot.
Yeah. What Dax said. That. All
Like
of that.
I was more of a Power Ranger. I feel like it was like that or Power Rangers. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
It's kind of like Star Wars versus Star Trek, sort of. And I was a big Power Rangers guy.
Ooh, if that's the case, did you watch the episode where the Turtles met the Power Rangers?
No,
Really?
but I know they did a lot of crossovers back then. Like I remember like Batman and like Scooby Doo and stuff like that. So it's pretty common.
Yeah, they did meet Batman and all of that. So that's really cool.
Why do you think they don't do that no more?
Copyright and all that.
I mean, I guess it's been around
People
forever
are
though.
so stuck on this is my product, this is my brand.
That's fair.
Would you say that because at one point I think Warner Brothers owned the rights to TMNT, and that's why they met Batman, and then at some point Fox owned TMNT, so then we saw them meet the Power Rangers, and now that they're owned by Nickelodeon, they're doing more crossovers with Nickelodeon characters.
SpongeBob, bring it in. Let's see it.
We haven't seen that yet.
No.
Karate.
But yeah, no, I'm really excited about this one, mainly because it does come out with a lot of the really rare and hard to obtain Ninja Turtle fighting game, Tournament Fighters, which I think was a really great fighting game. I own it on the Super NES, but thanks to visiting Lily in Texas, we found a copy of it for only $25. So
I mean, that's a lot of money for a classic, right? Like that's a lot of money.
how much do you think the game costs on average?
$25. I don't know.
About 120 or 130.
Oh Jesus!
Right.
You got it for a steal.
For a steal. Very, very pleased with that.
And what he means by that is he went in there and stole it.
Wait, I'm not that guy. I don't live that life no more.
I ain't about them streets.
Oh
No, I will say, even though like I'm not a major TMNT fan or anything like that, like I didn't like grow up on it or anything like that, it has me hopeful for other like games back like that. I would love a Power Rangers game again. That'd be really cool, like a good one. I would love for Disney to bring back Disney Interactive. I need some more Disney Interactive games.
What's Disney Interactive?
They made The Lion King, The Jungle Book, Toy Story 1 and 2. I think they made 3. I don't remember. They had... What other games did they have? Aladdin. Aladdin was so good. I think they had The Little Mermaid, but I think The Little Mermaid like flunked pretty hard.
What was I going to say? Professor, actually, this topic here, you shared a little bit with us before we started the podcast, and it goes back to Xbox and Discord. Is something? Can you provide a little bit?
It's Xbox and Sony, so PlayStation's getting it too, I believe. But they're finally... So, right now, at least for Xbox, I don't know how... I think Sony's the same way. There's a third-party Discord, and it sucks really bad. So, Discord is finally working with the consoles to put Discord on consoles, and it works just like you would, like, on PC, which is huge, because it's such a pain in the butt to, like, have friends playing on Xbox and you're playing on PC, because Game Pass, right? Like you can play Game Pass games on PC and Xbox at the same time, and you had to somebody has to be on their phone to do Discord because they don't have it on the console. So I think this is a huge step forward, and it's really cool. I think anything that allows consoles to get closer to PCs is the better. So I'm excited to see how it plays out, and it's on Microsoft Insider or Xbox Insider right now, so you can download it right now if you have Xbox. I don't know how about Sony yet, but
No, that's really cool information. My question to both...
It's about time.
It's about time.
Yeah, I agree.
My question...
Because, like, when you're playing cross-play games, like, you're limited to in-game chat services or voice services if they have it in. Let's be honest, we don't always want to use those things.
No.
Or, like I said, you have to use your phone. Like, if, say, for instance, Rainbow and me were playing Borderlands, Tiny Tina's Borderlands or whatever.
Came back. Let's not talk about that.
And, well, I'm just saying, like, I play it on PC, she plays it on console. The only way she can communicate with me is either in-game or on the phone, so... It's annoying, but I'm glad that they're alleviating.
So I guess it is that what is it? The crossplay games. For example, let's say you're playing Fall Guys, right? And you're on PlayStation. Rainbow's on PC, and I'm on Xbox. This would allow for all of us to communicate over those channels and be able to still play the game together, correct?
Yeah.
So is this gonna hurt like in-game chat? I know like, for example, if you're playing Call of Duty, you can communicate with people from other games, and that's part of the challenge that I think a lot of people have experienced in the past. Is they said, oh, if you're a girl, if you're a woman, you're playing, everyone's just like, oh, is that a girl playing? I don't know how often that happens in today's world now, but
a lot.
For real, it still happens? That's ridiculous.
Yeah. I've talked to Cindy about it, and every time she speaks up, it's like drool just instantly starts hitting the floor. Like, it's weird.
Wow. Okay, yeah. Well, I think this will eliminate a lot of those challenges, because now you can communicate with the people that are in your group and not everyone.
Right.
And this is free. This is now available.
No, it's in the works. Like I said, the early builds are on Xbox at least, because you can do it from the Insider, but you had to install Insider and all that. So it's not like just going to the App Store and doing all that.
I got you.
Now, I will say the only thing that I think that could possibly hinder this is games like meeting new people online, which is a pro and a con in its own way. But, you know, those voice chats, you can't really make a connection with, because you're going to be on Discord instead of like in a COD lobby, like, you know, being told that, you know, they're going to have sexual intercourse with my mother because of me killing them or something. So
man, or being told I'm gonna find where you live and do something to you. You know, like all of that. That's
The
wild.
good old days.
Golly. Rainbow Kisses, have you experienced any of those kind of things?
No, because I don't talk to people I don't know. Stranger danger.
Stranger danger.
No, it's just I typically stay away from games that have mean fan base, and Call of Duty for me is one of those ones. They are brutal for no daggone reason. Like, why are you
A lot
guys
of
so mean?
pent
Why are you
up
so
rage.
mad?
It's because people get off of work and they come to play Call of Duty, and that's their de-stressor, I guess you could say.
But don't take it out on us. Shoot the people in the game. Don't be salty with me. I didn't piss on your grits that you had for breakfast. Like, geez.
To be fair, they can't kill people because you just killed them, and that's why they said that they're going to have sex with your mother.
Terrifying. I do want to talk with that. Good gracious.
For what it's worth, I play League of Legends, and so I am very much used to having, like, getting told to kill myself on a daily, so I have pretty thick skin when it comes to, like, voice chat.
It's 10 times worse when your teammates are also yelling at you too. So yeah, I get you.
That's why you gotta yell first. That's the thing.
That's the tip there, guys. You got to be the one to initiate the yelling.
If you're not the alpha, you'll be the beta. No, I'm just kidding.
Fun fact: Yu Hockey Show will be coming to.
No. You need to fix that. That's not how you say that word.
Oh no! How do
Yu Hakusho, not Yu Hakusho?
Oh,
this isn't a western.
Yu is that it?
Yeah.
Yu Hockey Show. What did I say? Yu.
You said Yee or something. Yu.
Yu Hockey Shows. No.
Yeehaw!
Yu Hockey Show is coming to Netflix, and there are a lot of people with mixed feelings.
No. Fix that sentence. Live action, because
Oh.
the anime is already there. So live action.
Right.
Make sure we make that distinction.
You got it. Hold on. Yu Hockey Show is coming to Netflix. The live action, where are a lot of the fan base up in arms for multiple different reasons. One of the reasons being the casting. How do you all feel about the casting? But before going into that, have you seen the anime?
I have seen the anime.
Professor?
Yeah, I have. I really want to rewatch it though. It's been a while.
It has been a while for
I'm
some
down
of us.
for a watch party for that one.
That would be a
I'm
good
down.
one.
I'm down. Yeah.
So right now, Yu Hockey Show, Hockey Show.
Hockey show. That's what you said. It's Haku show.
Hockey show. Hockey show.
Get him out, chat. Cancel him.
Is under fire because their casting choices for some of the characters, along with their names, have just made the fans and critics of the show go up in arms. They are not pleased with who they have chosen to cast for the show.
Well, the cast is fine. It's them damn hairstyles and them damn names. Those two things have you like, what? What are you doing? And then instead of Yu Hakusho, it's Ghost Fighter.
Oh,
like,
the
what?
name, yeah.
What?
It's a bunch of different reasons for me that's causing concerns. However, something I have to remind myself whenever something new comes out is this show being made for me, or is it made for someone else? And the reason why I say that is because this show is being aired and created for the Philippines. Now, is that correct, or is my wording incorrect? Because it is not going to be an American show. It's going to be made for the
So why are they giving them American damn names? Like, that shit, it makes no damn sense. Literally, makes no sense.
It's just a matter of time before a lot of the shows are going to be made for overseas, and then they're translated for here in the States. Now, that's originally how we watched a lot of shows. We only got it secondhand. If it wasn't for the internet, we wouldn't have gotten a lot of these shows till after they've already released on in the East, you know. So if that's the case, then we're gonna be getting it secondhand as we have been for years. It's only been recently that we've been getting shows that have kind of been catered to, you know, our way of life, English and things that we're accustomed to, and we get upset with it for the most part because we're upset with like casting, the hairstyles, the name of the show. Why are they changing the name of the show? You know, so I'm curious with how this turns out because it could be good, but I think they did a fantastic job with other shows like Cowboy Bebop, which still got canceled because the fans was very upset about casting choices in that. However, overall, the show, in my opinion, had done very well. So we'll see what happens.
Netflix why they keep touching classics.
The better question is it Netflix or is it companies that are because how I understand it, because I try to pitch an idea for a game show to Netflix. And because they needed a they needed a pilot episode, which I did not have yet. They turned it down. So companies come to Netflix, and I believe that's how it goes down. I don't believe Netflix is like, hey, we want this to be a live action show. I believe another company say, hey, we have an idea for a show. Check out this pilot, and that's how it goes.
Here's what I think. What I think is companies go, what was the best selling, or what was highly received to an audience that was a cartoon or an anime or whatever it may be. They did it with Avatar. They're doing it with Yu Yu Hakusho. They've done it with Dragon Ball Z. All fantastic shows. And they go, let's get on this train. It's been a while. You know, we haven't seen a Yu Yu Hakusho in a long time. We haven't seen Avatar The Last Airbender in a long time. So let's bring it back. Let's do it live action. Everybody loves live action. We've never seen the show. Not one time. We have no idea what the show's about. We don't know why people are interested in it. We don't know why it even received praise.
That part.
So we're going to go ahead and do our best. Oh, okay. So we got the character. For what it's worth, the characters look cool. They have like cool, like the CGI rows and all that stuff. Stuff like that's really cool. But they don't ever grasp what the character's essence is. And so they throw it together and they're like, oh, okay, this is cool. But we've never seen it, so we don't really know, you know, from like a fan base standpoint. And then they release it. And then people rip it apart. It's not for anybody. It's not meant for anybody. It's meant to make $1. And until somebody who loves and grew up on X, Y, and Z goes in and makes a show with whatever money they have or whatever, you're probably not going to get a good live action. Disney did a good live action because they created the originals. You know what I mean? It was from the same people who made The Lion King, the same people who made The Jungle Book, even though they haven't made a good Jungle Book live action yet. But Aladdin, you know, et cetera, et cetera. So I think that's why it's different, to me at least.
Do you feel like they're going to, like you said, if they make their money from this, but don't they make their money based off of not how many people watch the show, but they make this money before
Netflix gives? Yeah, Netflix says, yeah, we want this on our platform. Here's your money, and then you have X, Y, and Z to make from that. But because at the end of the day, people are going to watch it.
Yeah, for sure.
Again, they're picking the most famous things.
I see what you're saying.
And so the fan, like, I have a friend who was a huge Yu Yu Hakusho fan and was like, oh no, they're going to ruin it. Like, before they showed anything. And it's because they just don't have a track record for it. But, like, those people were really excited to hear, like, there was a Yu Yu Hakusho, whatever, so.
I'm excited. I'm just scared what it means. You know what I mean? Because I think about, like, for example, my nephew. He he will watch any show that is like just flair and action and, you know, just a lot thrown at you, right?
Right.
And this show seems like it's going to be that.
The question is do you think you would have liked Dragon Ball Z if you've never seen Dragon Ball Z? Do you think you'd like the Avatar The Last Airbender if you knew nothing about Avatar The Last Airbender? That's the question. Because at the end of the day, these kids that have never even heard of Yu Yu Hakusho is going to watch this show.
Oh, don't just say kids, because there's going to be some adults saying, this is great.
Wait a second.
Well, we don't know whether it's going to be a pile of junk, but if it is a pile of junk, we're going to have people saying, this is great, and never have seen anything. Like, I had a whole debate with my best friend about Cowboy Bebop when he came out. He was like,
I've never seen it.
He wanted to convince me that was better than the original, and I was just like, you can't speak on stuff you know nothing about.
Better than the original.
Just go sit down.
But that's the thing is like, that's who it's made for. It's not made for diehard fans. It's made for people who've never seen it. And at the end of the day, they're probably going to enjoy it because it's flashy. It's going to be cool. Like, he's going to do a spirit gun and it's going to look cool.
Yep.
It's going to be high end.
He's going to have a pistol. I'm joking.
Yo, I was about to ask for real.
I'm joking.
Is it a movie or in a television kind of setting?
I think it's in a television setting, isn't it?
Really? Oh.
I don't know. I'm speaking out my ass.
I'm just,
we'll have to wait and see.
We'll have to wait and see.
I think it is a show.
Okay.
Because I think they could, and I'm an optimistic kind of person. I like to see the other side of things, because, like, while the rest of the world is just like, oh my gosh, everything's on fire, it's terrible, I could see, like, over here it's not that hot. You know what I mean? Like, I could see there being elements of the show that I like to focus on the positive side of things, and then, you know, pay more attention to what else they're doing in that area, right? Like, for example, if they're doing a fantastic job with drawing me in with how they transition from one scene to another, that could be just enough for me to say, okay, I see what they're doing here. Everything else could be trash, but I would like to at least see elements of this show do well. And
they better not change Botan's hair color.
All I'm saying is they want to be successful at this. They need to do the Tournament of Darkness or whatever, the Tournament of Power. I don't think that there's anything else in that show that would be good or as good on a main stage as a CGI tournament. Yeah.
There's a strong chance they're going to mess it up. But overall, I want to say I hope they do well with it. What
I'm going to do is I'm going to look at it as a fan, or I'm going to look at it as a viewer, and then the next I'll watch it again as a critique. I do it with most Marvel movies too. Is I like.
So you're gonna watch it twice?
Yeah. So like Doctor Strange, I planned on watching it twice anyways because we wanted to do the spoiler cast for it, which we still need to.
We do.
But yeah, like the first time I watched it, I didn't think of anything. I just watched it. I didn't like turn my brain on. I just vegged out and just, you know, second time through, I'm gonna be like, oh, I didn't see that the first time, or, you know, oh yeah, I see that now, and actually analyze the movie and see where it's going with. But yeah,
my challenge with watching films at home, some people will watch a film at home and they're on either their phone or they're running around doing chores like folding clothes or you know, taking out the trash while this, and not pausing the episode, so they'll miss elements and be like, wait, what? Well, how did they fall in love or something like that? I don't know, but just an example. And my thing is that when I watch a film, I'm watching the film and I'm watching it as if I'm in the theater. I'm not allowing outside elements to distract or influence my field of view on it. And I think that's the challenge with a lot of the television shows and movies, are people are just have it on in the background, and by the end of it, it's just like, oh, it didn't really captivate me. But you didn't really watch the film. You know what I mean? So I'm curious. I really am. I as much as I look at streaming and all of what with this podcast as an opportunity to get better at how to like lighting, right? Better at producing sound check, all of that. Those things are ways to get better at those things. So I'm looking at films now and television shows from the perspective of what elements are they slouching on, because you could pay attention to the bigger things like, oh, did they cast the proper person for this role? Oh, somebody is doesn't look like this, or you could pay attention to all of those other elements, or if whether or not they're using a finger gun, you know what I mean, or
a pistol,
But overall,
you're a mess. You kept that thing on.
We keep it on. We keep it.
Blah, blah, blah.
But
no, I agree with you. That's smart, and I think like a lot of people don't realize like all the stuff that we do to get things ready for a stream and stuff like that. And this is like a production. It's like a low budget production for sure, but it's a production. If I could CGI, you best believe I would have explosions going off behind me. You know what I mean? But yeah.
Or have one of the Pokemon in the back actually be a CG Pokemon. That would be cool on your desk.
But like that's the thing. It's like I remember watching. Funny enough, I couldn't separate like Doctor Strange. Whenever all like the world started like collapsing on itself and stuff like that, I'm just thinking, man, the CGI team is insane. Like the detail and just how cool this is. But
it's a matter of time before we all come to the conclusion that we're all amazing producers and screenwriters, and they were like, this film's terrible, you know what I mean?
That's also a thing too, is I think people think that they know better than the actual professionals and things too, which kind of can be a bad thing. I think it's good to have a critique because it keeps like production teams humble, and you know, it doesn't allow people just to release crap. But at the end of the day, like I think some people go above and beyond, and I'm just like, you would never write a script the fifth of as good as that. You would never do like animation a quarter of that, you know. So I just, you know, whatever.
Absolutely, that's another thing. Animation is. I remember when Naruto came out, they did the animation for some of the fight scenes, and people were just like, "What is this?"
Yeah,
and it's just like, well. For them to have to draw out all the animations needed for that fight scene, and if they made it so detailed, that's going to take forever.
I was going to say most of it's now is produced. There's only a few shows that will still do like hand drawn, but most of it's like computer done. Also, I remember, I don't know, so in Boruto they actually took they flipped the script and actually did a fight in like a Dragon Ball Z like fisticuffs like style, and people didn't like it. And I'm like, this looks so good. Like they didn't use any jutsus or anything. It was just a hand-to-hand combat. And I'm like, this is clean. You could feel the punches. It was great.
What was it called again?
Boruto. It's Naruto's son. It's like the second iteration of Naruto. I can send you the link later if you want to see the actual fight, because it is.
I would love to see
cool.
It.
It's like a 30-minute video of just like 20 minutes of it just fighting.
I watched like maybe the first 3, maybe 4 episodes of Boruto, and then
so
I have
good.
to go back. So check it out.
Yeah, I would look up like filler episodes and see which ones you can skip, which is what I did. But like the story is good. Yeah.
Now before we come to the end, we do have this week's games of the week coming out. Before we get
also,
to that,
fun fact, do you guys see this? It's saying that we've been live for 73 hours.
What?
Do you guys see that too, or no?
No, I'm going to check it out right now. 72 hours? How?
72 hours, 59 minutes, and 16 seconds.
It shows on my screen that we've been live an hour.
Okay, I'll send a picture then. You're good. I didn't know if you saw that. I saw it earlier.
I sure didn't. Other than that, do you guys have anything else you want to add?
I think I talked about every. Oh yeah, the Avatar, the movie. They announced a new movie coming to theaters.
Wait, which Avatar? There's two different
Avatar: The Last Airbender. They did like an actual when Aang and all of them were like
adults,
young adults. Yeah, before like everything happened from Korra.
I think that would be good. I mean, depending on who, is it going to be animated or live action?
Animated.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
I think it's from the same creators and everything.
Wow.
I think it's literally meant to be a continuation of the actual original show, and then it's just being adapted into a movie, like a DLC kind of thing, rather than
like a full length show.
Right. Instead of a show, it's going to be just a straight up movie, kind of like what Dragon Ball Z does.
I very much so enjoyed Avatar: The Last Airbender, especially with Aang.
It's one of my favorite shows of all time.
Of all time?
Of all time. It has one of the best written scripts, period. It beats out like 99% of all movies.
One of the elements that I really like about Avatar: The Last Airbender, book 1 and 2, definitely was how they utilize not only sound, but also how they not only just had music in there just to be music, but it drew you in, like when you were meant to feel like emotion for a character, they would play the right kind of melodies and tunes. So I really like how they also utilize silence in the show.
That's a really hard thing to do, and they did a really good job. For Avatar: The Last Airbender, for me, it was the fact that like the villains were relatable. They weren't villains; they were just handed a bad stick, it's really hard a lot of times to create like a lovable bad guy, who could be perceived as bad or just misunderstood. And the way that they were written in was really good, and it does such a good job of redemption too. Like Zuko had such a good redemption in that show.
Oh, and I love the relationship with him and his uncle. Oh man,
yeah, Uncle Iroh is still one of the best. Yeah.
Okay, well, guys,
there's a Dragon Ball movie coming to theaters next month.
Oh yeah, Super, right?
Superheroes.
It's gonna be a No, it's not superhero. It's super. It's like a super.
Dragon Ball superhero.
Oh, just kidding. You're right. I thought you were trying to make a Marvel thing. I was confused.
No, that's the name of it. I thought.
Reel it in.
When you said no, that's not it, I was like, oh, there's another one coming out. Okay, so these games coming out this week are so this is July 26th. So apparently Story of Seasons, Pioneers of Olive Town. I'm unfamiliar with this title, but it says it's on platforms PS4 July 26th. It comes out today.
It literally has a Switch icon.
Yeah, it has a Switch icon, but it says on PS4. Wow.
I think it was already out on Switch. Maybe. Is it an Animal Crossing game?
It looks very similar to Animal Crossing. Very similar.
Oh, yeah.
Octopath.
Digimon Survive comes out.
Trailer.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no problem. Octopath Traveler, Champions of the Continent are coming out on iOS and Android. That comes out tomorrow. Bear of Breakfast is coming.
Bear and Breakfast.
What'd I say?
Of
Bear
Breakfast. It's a B&B, guys. It's a B&B.
Bear and Breakfast coming out to PC platforms. Releases on Thursday. Lost Epic platforms, PlayStation 5, PS4, and PC, releasing July 28th, 2022. And then we got Digimon Survive.
Yeah.
This is the game we talked about a couple weeks back.
It's a turn-based, right? If I remember correctly, it was like a turn-based, like what is this game called? The X-Borgers or whatever they're called. I can't think of the name of it.
Are you guys gonna get this one?
I don't know.
Digimon? I think so.
pretty interesting when we talked about it.
It's
They
coming.
use actual the cutscenes are actually like the anime.
Mm-hmm.
Which
It
is cool.
looks really good looking
It
at
looks so good.
and it's a Bandai Namco game, and I like their games. It's a titled strategy, so it's coming to Xbox One. So that almost implies that it will be on Game Pass. Is that correct? So I would just look for it.
It hasn't announced. I can look real quick.
Yeah.
But it hasn't announced. Usually, like, it shows games coming to, but they might do like a hidden like, oh, by the way, have fun.
It looks. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say Turbo Golf Racing comes out on the 4th of next month, and it's gonna be on Game Pass. I really do want to get a stream of that with you guys.
Yeah,
It'd be so much fun.
I'll join you.
Maybe like a drinking stream or something. Just have some
Whoa, slow down there, buddy.
We're gonna do heroin and play golf, chat.
And last but not least,
Professor Daxter does not speak for the whole podcast group. We just need to like make that disclaimer known. You guys be safe and don't do
right?
Just kidding, Chad. Don't do drugs. Drugs are bad, okay?
Please stay away from them. Last but not least, Xenoblade Chronicles 3 finally coming to Nintendo Switch July 29th.
That's gonna be a good game for the Switch.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a great game for Switch.
I think so.
Yeah, we'll see.
Meh.
The second one didn't get finished in my house.
Though you still have
No game ever gets finished in my house. That's kind of the rule of my stream. We don't finish games in this channel.
What was the last game you beat?
Cyberpunk.
Cyberpunk.
2 years later. Yep.
Years later.
I actually beat more games this year than I have in like the last 15.
What?
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
making progress.
Yeah, I
You're
beat
getting
Cyberpunk.
closure.
I will technically count beating TMNT even though I got carried through it. I beat what other game? There was one other
Tiny
game.
Tina.
I did finish Tiny Tina's. That's what the other one was, yeah.
Nice. And before we raid out, is there anyone you have recommended?
No.
No? Okay.
Not on my end.
I do, but I was just curious to see. I forgot how. Professor, what is the raid command?
/ raid space, whatever the name is. No ats.
And
I'm a professional.
you are. You definitely
No
got-
at. You don't need.
You guys
The
gonna
app.
tell us where we can find you before we go?
Yes, thank you, Rainbowkisses. Professor,
I was letting him run it. I didn't want to like jump in and ruin it.
I
He's
first
I was
about to
doing a good
raid
job.
out, and we was gonna be yanked over there to the next channel.
well, there's a delay before.
Okay, bye.
Professor Jackson, where can everyone find you?
You can find me here on Twitch at Professor_Daxter or on Twitter at Professor Daxter, all one word. And you can also find all the links to all the other sites if you guys want the YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, Hover, OnlyFans. I don't know. You can figure it out. All right. Bye.
Rainbow Kisses, where can they find you?
You can find me on Twitter at X_Rainbowkisses and in the Night Kids Discord.
And you can find me, Yanonick, at Twitter _NK_Yanonick, or over at Twitch at Yanonick.com. Thanks, guys. I love you all. I hope you have a great rest of your day. And I hope we are able to rate out. Yes.
And just
Next
remember,
week we'll be
chat.
back-
Sorry. Go ahead.
Next week we'll be back with my segment, so make sure you guys drop those questions in the Night Kids Discord. We definitely want to answer some viewer questions, so feel free to pick our brains about whatever you want.
Also, chat. Remember, don't do drugs. Okay.
Don't do them.
Okay.
I don't know if I
I'm
did.
stalling as hard as I can for Yano.
You're doing such a great job. I just need you to know that.
Oh, yeah.
No, it's not that. Let's do.
What's the name? Just put it in the chat and I'll do it.
Oh, thank you so much. There you go.
It's raid. I had to copy and paste it, but because I can't raid, I don't think. But
Oh, so once you have it, then you can.
yeah, so it's Oh my goodness.
Is it / in front of that? Because I tried that and that didn't work.
Here, I'll send it to you directly. It's in your DMs.
Thank you. Guys, I really do appreciate everyone being patient with us. Awesome sauce. Copy. And
Professional.
Professional. Wait, what?
Oh god.
What happened? Oh my gosh.
Good thing there's nothing awful in our DMs.
Nothing
Shit talking
terrible.
literally everybody. Just
Such
all of us.
skill.
just
Thank you so much. I think
Did you do it? Did it work?
I did
It
it.
should be in the top right.
Top.
Well, the screen is blurry, so no one will be able to read that.
I did it, but it didn't. Go back.
Are you doing it in your Streamlabs?
No.
Do it in your Streamlabs instead. See if
Oh,
that fixes it.
Streamlabs. Let's go there.
All right, I gotta go to the bathroom. You guys have a good time. If we might still be here when I get back, but if not,
there we go.
Oh,
It
there we
raided.
go. Awesome.
The raid has been created. Awesome sauce. Guys, thank you all so much for being a part of today's podcast. I hope you all enjoyed it. I hope you learned something new.
also send some good vibes to BTG, who is dealing with COVID.
Yes.
Him and his family.
And fun fact, BTG's birthday had just passed, y'all, so also send him some birthday love as well.
He only gets one.
He only gets one. Have a good night, everyone. Till next time. Bye.
All right, I actually gotta use the bathroom. I'll be back.
All right, dude.
Oh, he's just chatting.